god, it was... I cannot believe that it was upside down! Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be introducing to you guys the new Yarn Stories Day to Night crochet hook set. So this one right here, as you guys can see, it comes in this super pretty packaging right here, ready to gift. And also in today's video I'm going to be giving away a set exactly like this one. So super excited that I can actually gift something to you guys for Christmas time. And as you already can tell, I have two giveaways for this Christmas, and both of the giveaways will be arriving before Christmas time, so you have a little gift from me and from Yarn Story. So stay tuned for the end of the video so you know more information about this giveaway. So let's open the box together. I have already seen what's inside because I did the tutorial already before recording the introduction, because that's how I usually do my videos. But I'm going to be opening here with you guys and we are going to be checking what's inside together. And the first thing that I noticed when I've opened this box is that the closure right here is with magnets. So we can keep this nicely and stored without opening by itself. So that was something really nice that I really liked. So now let's open and see what's inside, because I'm so excited to share this one with you guys because it's so pretty. So this is it. Look at this, guys. It's so pretty. I love all the colors. It's super colorful. And I love now that they have the day to night crochet hooks. That's something that a crocheter would love to get. I would definitely buy one for myself or gift it to my mom or like someone that loves to crochet, because this is the perfect gift. You have the day hooks, you have the night hooks, and it's super fun and pretty as well. And as you can see right here, this set comes with 12 hooks in total. So on this side right here, we have our day hooks for our morning projects, and the millimeters are all the way from 2.5 to 5 millimeters. So that's a good range for day crochet hooks. These are the ones that I usually go for, even on this side right here. And these hooks right here, they are metal and also with silicone handles. And my favorite part about these hooks, all of them actually, is that they all have flat handles, which is super comfortable to crochet with. You can crochet the entire day and you're not gonna feel any pains on your wrists, your fingers. So these are super comfortable. And right here on the other side, we have the light up crochet hooks for your night projects. So we have all the way from 4 to 6.5 millimeters. So again, a really good range of sizes right here for different yarn weights as well. So I really love that about them. Also, I have already a review on these light up crochet hooks right here. So I'm going to be linking that in the description if you guys want to know more about these hooks right here. And also let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this set right here. I would love to know your thoughts on this one. I love it. I would definitely buy one for myself if I didn't have one already. And also I probably would buy one for my mom because she loves crochet. And when she saw the light up crochet hooks, she was pretty impressed. So I would definitely give this to my mom. So let me know in the comments what you guys think and if you guys would buy one for yourself or for your loved one. And also I'll have all the information where you guys can get this pack, so I'm going to be leaving that in the description, so feel free to check it out. And as you can see here behind me, I already have the ornaments in action because I really wanted to share with you guys how they look like on my Christmas tree. It's not fully decorated yet, but I really wanted to show you guys how it looks like on my Christmas tree. So I really hope you guys enjoy today's video. If you do, make sure to give a massive thumbs up, also subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the bell notification so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video. So enjoy the video guys, and let's begin with today's tutorial. So these are the materials that we are going to be using for today's video. So I have right here the hooks from Yarn Story, and I'm going to be using the 3mm hook in the shade orange, and I'm also going to be using a tapestry needle, a stitch marker, and also a small pair of scissors. I'm going to be using a little bit of stuffing into one of the ornaments, but you guys can also use some scrap yarn if you have some scrap fabric. It's going to work the same. And these are the yarns that we are going to be using for the ornaments. You guys can choose any other colors that you guys want. You can do a little bit more Christmassy. You can do in any different color that you guys want to decorate your house for Christmas. And I was navigating through Pinterest a few days ago, and I saw a lot of Scandinavian Christmas decorations, and they use a lot of greens, browns, and creams, a lot of different shades of these colors right here, and I got inspired by looking at the pictures, and I really wanted to try some ornaments using those shades because I thought it looked so chic and super countryside. And I'm using right here a cream yarn and then two different shades of brown. This one is just a tad little darker than this one, and then I have a green yarn right here. You guys can use a more like a deeper green. This one was the only one that I had in my house at the moment, so I'm going to just use this one right here. I'm using this one. This is just to show you guys the brand that I'm using. So it's the Iggy yarn by Tessalon.com, and this one is also from Tessalon.com, but this one is the Bravissimo yarn. So these are all the materials that we are going to be using. So gather all of your materials and let's start today's project. So these are the three ornaments that I'm going to be showing you guys in today's video. They are super quick to make, and I think I'm going to be starting with the Christmas tree. And we are going to be first starting with the green yarn. We are going to be doing a magic ring, and we are going to be chaining 3. And right here, going around the magic ring, we are going to be creating 8 double crochets. It's going to be 9 stitches in total, including the chain at the beginning. So the chain plus 8 double crochets. So once you've done that, we are going to be closing here the magic ring just by pulling this yarn right here. We are going to now find the middle stitch from this little group right here. So you're going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4 into the 5th stitch. We are going to be placing a stitch marker. So now to go up, we are going to be chaining 3 and turning the project. We are going to be creating a double crochet into this very first stitch right here from the chain, as we are going to be increasing every time the beginning and the end of our rows, because we want to maintain here at the bottom straight. So now we are going to be creating double crochets until you reach the stitch marker. So once you get here, you're going to be removing the stitch marker, and into that stitch, we are going to be creating 5 double crochets into that same stitch. And then right here, we are going to be continuing with our double crochets. So you want to make sure that you have your first 4 double crochets here on this side. And then you're going to be adding 1 extra one right into the very last stitch, so we can increase the end here of the row as well. So now we are going to be having the 5 double crochets here at the top, and into the middle double crochet we are always going to be adding the 5 double crochets right here, which is basically just an increase that we are doing. So every time you go up, if you want to add a stitch marker into that stitch, into the middle stitch, you can do that. I'm not going to be doing because I already know, but if you want, you can go ahead and add a stitch marker into the middle stitch here. So now we are going to go into the third row, and we are just going to be repeating the same as we did into the second row right here. So we are going to chain 3, turn project, double crochet into the very first stitch, and then double crochet until you reach the middle stitch here. So once you get into the middle stitch, we are going to be doing the increase of 5 double crochets into that same stitch. So now we can go ahead and finish here this row by creating all the double crochets on top of each stitch, and then into that last stitch we are going to be creating one extra one, so we can increase here at the end as well. So now I'm just going to be repeating one more row exactly as the last one that I showed you guys. I have 4 rows here in total for the very first part, as you can see, and then we are going to be jumping into the next part right here. So we are going to be slip stitching a couple of stitches until we reach to a stitch so we can start the pattern again. So I like to start with the chain 1 so we have a better finishing here. We're going to be turning the project, skipping this very first stitch right here, going into the second one, and then slip stitch. We are going to be slip stitching right here in total 6 stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are going to be working into the next stitch, so you're going to be slip stitching into the next stitch, and then here we are going to be starting the pattern. So chain 3 and then double crochet into the very first stitch, and then you're going to be creating double crochets until you reach the middle double crochet right here from the 5 double crochets increase that we did. So once you get to the middle stitch right here, we are going to be creating the increase, so 5 double crochets, and then we are going to be crocheting the same amount of double crochets that we have on this side on this other side right here. So I have on this side right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets, including the chain here at the beginning. So we are going to be doing that as well. So 6 double crochets plus an increase, so 7 double crochets in total. So 6 right here and 7 now with the extra double crochet to increase. So now we are going to be repeating one more row exactly like this one and also like the other ones that I showed you guys. Once I've done that one, I will come back so we can go into the next part, which is basically the very top here of our Christmas tree. So now for the next part is going to be exactly like what we did right here, but we are going to be doing this one a little bit smaller. So you're going to be finding first the middle here of the 5 double crochets that we have right here. So find the middle, and then you're going to be counting 5 stitches, but counting the stitches here from the double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so right here. So we are going to chain 1, slip stitch until this stitch right here, and then we are going to be following the same pattern as we did for this part right here. So I'm going to time lapse this one for you guys because it's basically the same pattern as I showed you guys already, but you also will be able to see what I do. And also you want to make sure that you count the same amount of stitches on this side as well. So this is how it looks like once you have the 2 rows here for the top completed. And now we are going to be creating single crochets going all the way around. So I'm going to be chaining one right here, turning the project, and then skipping this very first stitch, going into the next one and creating a single crochet. If you want, you can place a stitch marker right here just to know that you've started right here. And then I'm just going to be following the stitches here and create the single crochets until I get to the middle double crochet right here. So when you get into the middle double crochet right here, we are going to be creating 3 double crochets into that same stitch. And then we are going to be continuing all the way down. And then I'll show you guys how to single crochet here on the side. So when you get at the end, we are gonna go into that very last stitch. Don't forget about that last stitch. And then right here, we are gonna go into that stitch one more time and create another single crochet. So 2 single crochets into the last stitch. We are going to be adding one more here, so don't worry about that. And then when you get to the sides right here, we are going to be creating 2 single crochets on the sided double crochet right here. So 2 single crochets, and then 1 in between the 2 double crochets right here. There is a stitch right here in between these 2 double crochets. So that's going to be 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets on the sided double crochet right here. When you get here in between the parts, so right here and right here, so here and here, we are going to be skipping that one and we are gonna go straight into the next stitch. So we are not gonna be doing this one, we're gonna go straight into the next one. And then from here, we are going to be continuing our single crochets. And we are just going to be following the same, going all the way around. When you get at the bottom here, it's exactly the same method as on the side. So 2 double crochet on the sided double crochet and 1 in between the 2 double crochets. And then when you get here at the end, we are going to be removing the stitch marker. We are going to be creating 1 single crochet into that last stitch and then connecting here to the very first chain that we've created, the very first stitch you can find, with a slip stitch. So once you've done that, you can chain 1, and then we are going to be cutting the yarn right here and pulling the yarn to fasten off. You can already weave in the yarns that you have right here, so you don't have to come back to this. So I'm going to be using my tapestry needle just to weave in the yarns here at the back of the Christmas tree. So you basically go through a couple of stitches, like back and forth, like 2-3 times. So once you're happy with that, you go back into the last stitch twice, and then the third time you're going to basically fasten off right here by creating a loop, going through the loop and fasten off. I'm going to be doing the same with this one. So now I'm going to be using the brown yarn to create the bottom here of the Christmas tree. I decided to do the sizing here of the very first row. So to attach the yarn in place, you're first going to be creating a slip knot, and then you're going to be choosing here a stitch to start with. I'm going to be choosing this one right here, and then I'm going to be creating a single crochet. I'm gonna go up 2 chains. I'm going to weave the end right here already with my double crochets. So I'm going to be now creating here the double crochets, going all the way to probably this stitch right here, but I'll see. So I've done 8 double crochets right here, including the chain at the beginning. So I'm going to be doing 1 more row, just following the double crochets right here. So chain 3, turn project, skip the very first stitch, go into the next one, and then just follow the double crochets right here and create double crochets on top of the previous double crochets. So I have completed here my 8 double crochets, as you guys can see. So once you have completed the rows that you want to do here for the bottom, we are going to chain 1 and fasten off. And you can also weave these yarns here as well. So before I continue here, I'm just going to be ironing this one down so it looks more like this one. As you can see, it's a little bit more kind of flatter than this one. This one is a little bit more, it has like some waves here and there. So I just tried on the other one when I was doing this one to iron it down, and it worked pretty nicely. So if you guys want to try this, you can go ahead and try that, but you don't really have to do this. This is just something that I thought it looked a little bit better than without ironing. So to iron it down, you have two options. You can go straight on top here of your ornament, or you can get a super thin fabric. It can be even a bed sheet, and you can place it on top and then iron on top of the bed sheet, and it's going to iron the ornament as well. Maybe if you are gifting this or even selling this, this is just another option, just so you don't burn by mistake the ornament or the project that you're doing. I'm gonna go straight in because it worked pretty well. You can also block the ends if you want. I didn't. So now the last step would be for us to add a little string here at the top so we can place into our Christmas tree. So I'm just cutting a little bit here of my brown yarn, the same one that we've created here at the bottom. So you can measure it like this, maybe the sizing of the green part here in the Christmas tree. And then right here we make a knot. We cut the end off right here. So now you're going to be inserting your hook right here into any stitch you want. I just decided to do on this one right here. So pass the loop through this little space right here. So now you're going to be passing the back loop right here through the front one, and then you just want to pull slightly tight. You don't want to pull too tight. So yeah, this is how the Christmas tree ornament looks like. I love this one so much. And now we are going to be crocheting the hat. And also for this little hat right here, I'm going to be using all of the 4 shades that we have in today's video. So I wanted to make this a little bit more colorful, but at the same time using natural shades, in which is what we have in today's video. So we are going to be starting by creating the length that we want our hat to be. Also keep in mind that we are going to be folding here the bottom upwards. So I'm going to be folding it around 2.5 1 inch, as you guys can see right here. So if you guys want to make it bigger or smaller, just keep that in mind that you have to fold the bottom. So we are going to be starting here with a chain with a slip knot and a chain of 18. Once you've done right here your chain of 18, you're going to be chaining an extra 2. And then we are gonna go into chain number 18 right here, and we are going to be creating a half double crochet. And then we are going to be creating half double crochets going all the way down here our chain. Once you have finished your half double crochets right here, we are gonna go up by chaining 2. We are going to be turning our project. And from now on, we are only going to be working on the back loops here from each of the stitches. As you can see, if we turn this way, we have the front and the back loop. We are only grabbing the back loops right here. And it's going to be the same for all of the other rows as well. So you're gonna go grab the back loop only and then create your half double crochet. Go into that very first stitch. And then you're going to be repeating the same, going all the way down. So I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm going to be doing when I get at the end. So when you get here towards the end, you will see that you will have 2 stitches here from the double crochet. So you're going to be doing those 2 stitches. And then we are skipping the very last stitch, which is from the chain, as we have started into the very first stitch here from this row. Once we've done 2 rows, we can now change into our next shade. So you can go ahead and cut your yarn right here. And then you're going to fasten off this yarn. So to attach the yarn in place, you're going to first create a slip knot. And to attach the yarn here in place, you're gonna go right in between this half double crochet right here. Go through the half double crochet, you're going to pull up a loop right here, and you're going to be creating a single crochet. Chain 1 and turn project. We are going to be weaving these 2 yarns already right here, and make sure that you also grab the back loops only from this row here as well. As you can see, the beginning is a little bit tricky, but then it gets easier. And then you're just going to be following the same steps as we did into row 2. So this is row number 3. So now we are going to chain 2, turn project, and then you're going to be doing the same again. So once you've done the 2 rows here with this shade, we are going to be chaining 1, cutting the yarn, and fasten off right here so we can change into our next color. So now we are going to be continuing here with our rows until we have the sizing that we want. And for this size right here, I've created 12 rows going around. So I'm going to be doing exactly the same for this one right here. You guys can change the color as many times as you want. When I come back, you guys will see the sequence that I did here with the colors. So I'm just going to be making knots here with the yarns that I have here at the back, so they stay nice and secured here at the back and it's not going to be unraveling. So this is how it looks like with the 12 rows completed, and this is the sequence of the colors that I decided to go. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and fasten off here at the top, but you want to make sure that you leave just a little bit of yarn so we can sew the 2 parts here together. So now we are going to be sewing the 2 sides together. So I'm going to be using here my tapestry needle. So you want to make sure the knots here, the reverse is on the outside. We are going to be joining both parts here together, and we are just going to be starting sewing these 2 parts right here. So the sewing is very simple. You're just going to get 1 stitch from one side and then another one here from the other side. And then you're going to be sewing that together, and I'm going to be repeating this all the way down. So once you get here at the end, we are going to go through this very last stitch here one more time, and we are going to fasten off by going through the loop here before we finish the sewing. And before we cut the yarn, we can already weave this one in, so we don't have to do this at the end. And also I'm going to be weaving this one also in as well. So once you have this completed, it's basically like a little tube, as you guys can see. We are going to be choosing one of the sides to close so we can create the top here of our beanie. And I'm going to be closing this side right here because we have the knots here, and then this one we can just fold it, and when we fold it we're not going to be seeing any knots. So just grab a little bit of this yarn. I'm going to be threading this yarn into my tapestry needle. So you just grab both ends, and then right here we make a knot. Cut the excess. So choose any of the stitches to start with. I'm going to be starting right here, and before you finish sewing you're going to go through the loop right here just to fasten off. And we are just going to go in a zigzag motion right here. Just go all the way around. So once you get back into the beginning right here, as you can see we have the fasten off, the knot that we've created here at the beginning. We are just going to be pulling this yarn to close the top right here. And then right here you just want to make sure that you secure the top in place, so it's not going to be opening. So you just want to go back and forth just to make sure that we sew here properly. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and choose a stitch, and then I'm gonna go through that stitch twice. The last one we are going to fasten off, and we can cut the yarn. So now we can turn this one inside out. So now I'm just going to be adding a little finishing with single crochets going all the way around here at the bottom. This is optional, you guys don't have to do that. It looks really pretty like this as well, as you guys can see, without the finishing, but I think it just adds a little detail to the beanie. So I'm going to be doing that. So I'm going to be using the brown yarn to make the pom-pom and also the finishing right here. So you want to create a slip knot right here. So now we can go ahead and attach into any stitch here from the bottom. I'm going to weave in this one already with my crochet, and now we can just go around and we can create the single crochets going all the way around. I'm not following any numbers or stitches here for the ribbing. I'm just going around and creating single crochets where it fits basically. So you guys can just do the same. When you get at the end, you can just go through the very first single crochet, slip stitch, chain one, and we can fasten off. I'm going to weave this one in right here already. So once you have the ribbing here completed, we are just going to be folding the bottom upwards so it looks the same as this one right here. So now we are going to be creating the pom-pom. I'm also going to be using the same yarn that I've created the ribbing and the finishing right here. So you're going to be using your fingers right here. So you're going to be placing the yarn right here in your pinky, and then you're just gonna go around as many times as you want. The more you do, the bigger the pom-pom and the fluffier the pom-pom is going to be. Pom-pom. So I'm going to be doing here quite a lot. I'm not really counting or anything like that, so I'm just gonna go around and around until I feel like there is enough yarn. So I think I'm happy with these amounts right here. We're gonna grab a little bit of the yarn. Also make sure that you have a little bit more so we can tie a little knot on the reverse of the beanie with the pom-pom. So now we are just gonna be placing the string here on the table, this one right on top of this string, and then we are going to be making a knot right in the middle. You hold this one in place so we don't cut this one, and then we're just gonna go through the loops that we have here on the sides, and we are going to be cutting them. So now we just give it a shake, and now we are going to be trimming to the sizing that we want. So I'm just going to be holding it right here at the top, just like that. And I'm just going to cut with my fabric scissors a good amount here from the top. So these ones at the bottom, you want to make sure that you cut them a little bit shorter than the ones at the top, because we want to make it as round as possible, our pom-pom. And then you just follow the bottom to make it as round as possible. So now we are going to be using these two strings right here that we left on our pom-pom, and we are going to be using that to tie here at the top. And we are gonna go through the top right here with our hook. So we are going to be passing one of the strings here through that stitch that we got, and then we are going to be grabbing another one and do the same here on the other side. So now once it's on the top, you want to go ahead and just make a knot here on the inside with these two strings, just so we can secure the pom-pom right in place. So once you're happy, you can go ahead and cut this yarn right here, and we have our beanie completed. Oh my goodness. So now you guys can go ahead and choose any of the yarns to create the loop that go right on top of the ornament. I'm going to be doing a little bit bigger than the beanie, as you can see. And then I'm going to be creating a knot right at the end, right here. And to attach this one in place, you're just gonna go around right here at the bottom of the pom-pom. And then you're gonna get one of the sides, and then you're going to be passing through the other side, as you can see, and making it tight. So now we have the beanie ornament completed, and it looks so pretty. I'm so in love with these guys. It's so pretty. So now we are gonna go into our last Christmas ornament. So I'm going to be doing this one right here. I've done one of the circles already because this is what we are going to be doing. We are going to be having two exactly like this one, and your round is going to be around 7.5 centimeters, in which is 3 inches. So we are going to be starting right here with a magic ring, and then we are going to be chaining 2 and going around the magic ring right here. We are going to be creating 10 half double crochets. So we are going to be having 11 stitches, including the chain here at the beginning. Once you have done that, we are going to be closing here the magic ring, and we are going to be connecting both sides right here with a slip stitch. So now we are going to go up with a chain of 2, and we're going to create our very first half double crochet into that very first stitch right here. And then we are going to go into the next one, and we're going to be creating 2 half double crochets, and then following this step, so 2 half double crochets into every stitch, going all the way around. And because we have here 11 stitches into the very first row right here, we want to have double the amount that we have into the first row, so we are going to be having 22. So I'm going to be creating my last 2 right here, and then connect to the other side right here with the slip stitch. We are gonna go up with a chain of 2, and then create right here the very first half double crochet into the very first stitch from the chain. And then into the next one, we are going to be doing an increase. The increase is basically 2 half double crochets into 1 stitch. So increase, increase, and then into the next one is only 1 half double crochet. So increase, increase, 1 half double crochet. So 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, all the way around. So now we are gonna go into the next and last row. So chain 2 and half double crochet into the very first stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into the next one, and then into the next one right here, an increase, and then the next one, 1 half double crochet, increase, 1 half double crochet, all the way around, repeating the same sequence right here. So I'm getting here towards the end, and I have finished with an increase and 1 half double crochet. And then here we are just going to be connecting to the other side with a slip stitch, and we can now fasten off. So once you have completed one circle, you can go ahead and make another one exactly like this one that I showed you guys. And now we are going to be sewing the 2 here together. The yarns here in the middle, we can just cut a little bit the yarn, but we can leave them here because we are going to be sewing the 2 together, and we are not going to be seeing the inside of the circle right here. And with this other yarn right here, I'm just going to be moving it to the reverse right here, just by going through a couple of stitches. And I'm going to be leaving this yarn right here as well. So now we are going to be creating here a slip knot, joining the 2 circles here together. I'm going to be doing it right here. You're going to be choosing 1 stitch from one of the circles and then another one from the other side, and then you're going to pull up a loop right here and single crochet. And then you're just going to be doing the single crochets, grabbing one stitch from one side, one from the other, right here as you can see, and just sewing the two together. So now we are going to be sewing this going around, and you want to make sure that when you get towards the end, you leave around 1 to 1.5 inches, like around 2.5 centimeters, just so we can stuff the inside of our bauble. So you're not going to be sewing all the way close, so you're just going to be leaving a little opening right at the end. So I left open right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. So when you've done that, you can go ahead and chain one, cut the yarn right here, fasten off, weave in. I'm just gonna get a little bit of the stuffing and stuff here the inside. You can do as much as you want. I'm not doing it fully stuffed. I still want to have a little bit of room so it's not super rounded. So I think I'm happy with that amount of stuffing inside. So now we are going to be creating a slip knot here with our green yarn. You're going to be attaching here with a slip stitch right at the beginning where we finished the sewing right here. Attach with a slip stitch as it's a little bit tighter. And from here we are going to be creating single crochets just to close the top right here. So just create as many as you need. I'm not following here any numbers or anything. It's just to close the top right here. So I have created right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets. So now we are just going to be creating single crochets going up right here, and you guys can go ahead and create as many rows as you want. So now to go up, we are going to chain one, turn project. We are going to be skipping this very first stitch right here, going to the next one and create a single crochet, and then you're going to go all the way down right here with single crochets. So now you're gonna go chain one, turn project, and then follow the same steps until you have the length that you want here for the top detail. I'm going to be doing 4 rows because I think that's the amount that I did for the very first one that I've created, but I'll let you know how many rows I did. So yeah, I did 4 rows for this one. So once you've created the amount of rows you want, we are going to be creating a chain going all the way around to connect here to the other side. For this one, I've created 19 chains, so I'm going to be doing that as well. Once you've done your chain right here, you're gonna go here into the other side right at the end, and we are going to be creating a slip stitch to connect both here together. And then now we can chain one, cut this yarn and fasten off, and I'm also going to be weaving these 2 yarns in. So now you can go ahead and move the stuffing around here on the inside so it just spreads all the way around, and that's it. So we are done with this one as well. So this is how they look like when they are all together. I'm so happy on how they look like. They look super pretty, and I cannot wait to show you guys how they look in action on my Christmas tree. So I'm going to be getting everything ready so I can place them on my Christmas tree, and I can do a super cute intro for you guys so you guys can see how they look in action. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So now I'm going to be giving you guys all the information about the giveaway. And if you guys want to win a set of hooks just like mine, so just like this one right here, all you have to do is to be subscribed to my channel, to like today's video and also comment below your crochet ideas for this Christmas, and if you would keep this kit here, this set of hooks, for yourself, or you would be giving this one as a Christmas gift to any of your family members. I really want to know what you guys will be doing with these hooks and also your crochet ideas for this Christmas, because I get super excited for Christmas time. I don't know you guys, but I do. And the announcement for the giveaway I wanted to do before Christmas, because if I do 1 month from today, what's gonna happen, it's going to be right after Christmas, because now is the 25th. So I'm going to be posting this video on the 27th. So I'm going to be doing the announcement 1 week before Christmas, so you guys can have this as a gift for yourself, as a Christmas gift from me and Yarn Story, or you can actually give this to any of your family members if you want to give this as a gift as well. So I'm going to be doing on the 18th of December 2020. So that's going to be the announcement for this giveaway right here. So the 18th of December 2020. So I'm super excited about this giveaway as well. I'm so happy that I can share things like that with you guys and do some giveaways. I'm super happy how the channel is growing. This is all because of you guys, so I really want to thank you for all the support, all the love that you guys have here for the channel. So good luck, and I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'm super excited because we have 2 giveaways for Christmas time. The other one I'm going to be linking in the description, so you also have a chance to win the kit that I have mentioned in that video. So I have 1 lucky winner for this one and another lucky winner for the other giveaway. And I'm also going to be having some more giveaways coming up. So in December I'm going to be having another one, and then January and February as well. So stay tuned for all of the giveaways that I have coming up for you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm signing off right now because I'm going to be planning all of the other videos for you guys that I have coming up for Christmas, and that I'm super excited to share those with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Good luck to my lovely winner, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye bye!